building a competitive corporate culture requires the right kind of core values. Which core values could transform your organization's culture, and how could your organization actualize such values to make its culture superior to the competition? I'm Akin. I like talking about making organizations fit for purpose and helping people move towards self-actualization. In this three-part video series, I'll be talking about core values for transformational corporate culture. In this first video in the series, I will be exploring some transformational core values. In the process, we'll be addressing the following three questions. 1. What are transformational core values, and why are they important? 2. Which values could be potentially transformational for an organizational culture? 3. About 2 of the core values that could be transformational for building organizational culture. What are transformational core values? Core values underpin an organizational culture and they influence organizational systems. How do I define transformational core values? Transformational core values are values which would challenge organizational leaders to consistently think about and mobilize resources on strategic actions and processes that will position and sustain its competitiveness and actualize its vision. That means that they have the urgency and the urge to make sure that they actualize their vision and strategies. Such values have definitive effect on an organization's summative or ultimate reputation with customers, employees, outsiders, and other stakeholders, and thus are critical to building and transforming the organization's culture. In the last 2 weeks, I presented a 2-part video series on how organizations could select and empower authentic core values. In that video series, I emphasized that organizations should focus on carefully selecting and effectively powering a few core values, along with their missions, visions, and goals and strategies. This 3-part video series should be seen as complementary to the 2-part video series, exploring the potentially transformational core values we are presenting in the 3-part video series could help internal audit consultants to rethink what they would be selecting or suggesting to their organizations while selecting the core values so that culture could be superior to the competition. Which values could be potentially transformational for organizational culture? I use the word potentially because how they operate will depend on the environment they are in, industry they are in, and type of behavior patterns they want to actually associate with their missions. For example, the institution would emphasize a few core values, for example, bravery and discipline, which should not be expected in an educational organization. For example, a junior grade school will value patience and tenderness that are an army in the battlefront. Furthermore, the larger or global environment involving, for example, technological, political, legal, cultural, and economic environment would impact the organizational culture. So handling such implications of the larger environment and other challenges would actually be important for any organizations deciding core values they will operate and implement in the organizations. Nevertheless, apart from such industry or mission-specific core values, there are generic values which could define the competitiveness of an organization. Such values may even transform organizational culture and character for breakthrough performance. Having highlighted a few facts that should make us be wary of seeing certain values as universal to all organizations. Theoretically, there are some values that could be critical for gaining competitive advantage and the environment and in several organizations. In a generic sense, which values could an organization be considering for the culture to be superior to the competition? Which value would you suggest to your organization? Perhaps you will see one or two on my list which may meet your expectation. I will volunteer 6 values that I believe could be transformational in the right environment. And they are integrity, people care, competence, product and service excellence, versatility, responsiveness. I will deal with 2 of them in this video. Why integrity should be top of the peak. The 6 values I'm exploring in this video series should be intrinsically built or anchored on integrity. Here is why. Integrity is the foundation of an organization's authenticity. Values operated in any organization must be seen as authentic. Good customers, employees, and other stakeholders trust the organization for what it presents itself to be. Integrity is needed to build confidence and trust in the organization's mission, vision, goals and strategies, and its capacity to bring about plans and promises. Integrity garners trust and builds confidence with relevant stakeholders. It gives assurance of security and calmness to customers, employees, stakeholders, and even outsiders to trust the organization for what it produces and for what it claims to stand for. How is integrity reflected? Integrity is seen in a reputation of trustworthiness, transparency, accuracy, ethical standards, and reliability, among others. Of course, transparency would thrive in a culture which promotes integrity as a core value. In such a culture, leaders and employees would uphold rectitude, decency, transparency in all official and business transactions. Also, in the culture of integrity, the organization system will be optimized for excellence and relevance so that they are positioned to give the best to the organization. What people care really involves as a transformational core value. People are the drivers of an organizational transformation and competitiveness. Of course, talking about the right people, recruiting the right kind of people, releving them for current and future roles, and training them are key challenges facing organizations in today's world. And in fact, in HR practice across the world, there are challenges of increasing need to enhance the number of engaged employees or at least keeping the number of disengaged employees low. People care cues are easily picked up in how employees treat their immediate customers. For example, employees who treat others, including their immediate customers, the same way their organizations treat them. When organization pays particular attention to these key steps to understanding and act upon the needs of their employees, to reflect positively on their character and on the way they are seen by the customers. Thus, identifying and understanding the needs and expectations of the people of the organization and acting to fulfill such needs is important. What is the basis of people care as potentially transformational core value? It is simply about the organization focusing on effectively answering the following questions. What kind of people do we need for competitive advantage and being fit for the future? How will we attract them? How will we care for them? The people care value will reflect in attracting, retaining, developing, rewarding, and unifying the right kind of people the organization needs to achieve its mission, vision, and strategies, and in harmony with its core values. Besides, people care is fundamentally based on showing in clear terms that the organization values its people and customers more than money. It also means that people in the organization respect one another and care for one another just the way the organization cares for them. An important aspect of this value is people development, which involves developing desired skills in the people of the organization and positioning them to unify behind an overarching shared mission and the delivery of increasingly superior performance on a consistent basis. Next week, I'll present the second video in this three-part video series. In the video, I'll be talking about the remaining 4 potentially transformational core values. Meanwhile, like, share this video, and help grow the channel by subscribing if you find this video useful. As I conclude this video, what are the few points I hope you remember? These are called points for emphasis, PFE. 1. Transformational core values are values that challenge organization leaders to consistently think about and mobilize resources on strategic actions to sustain and actualize its vision. They have definitive effect on the organization's reputation with customers, employees, outsiders, and other stakeholders, and thus are critical to building its culture. 2. Transformational core values should be intrinsically built or anchored on integrity, because integrity is the foundation of the organizational authenticity, and it gives assurance or a sense of security and calmness to customers, employees, stakeholders, and others to trust an organization for what it produces and for what it claims to stand for. And 3. As a transformational core value, people care is fundamentally based on showing in clear terms that organization values its people and customers more than money. If you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. See you soon. Before you go, if you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.